200 years ago in Trinidad, a powerful British governor collides with a young mulatto girl in an international media sensation controversy, which still remains relevant today. This is the story of Louisa Calderon and Governor Thomas Picton. The year is 1801. 14-year-old Louisa Calderon, a free-colored, half-black girl of a freed Venezuelan woman, lived with her common-law husband, Pedro Ruiz, a mixed Spaniard. Ruiz had become paranoid that Louisa had a secret lover, and after £500 had gone missing in his shop, he accused Louisa of theft. Ruiz reported Louisa to British Governor Thomas Picton, who then turned her over to Chief Magistrate Elia Bigorra. After Bigorra failed to get a confession from Louisa after several days, he requested and received written authorization from Picton to torture her into confession. Now you need to understand the kind of man Thomas Picton was. Enriching himself in the slave trade, accused of executing without due process at least a dozen slaves, whom were sometimes considered the lucky ones, as he would often torture and mutilate others. He would hunt and resell escaped slaves. His excessive cruelty was notably extreme even for the time period, as well as other tyrants such as Christopher Columbus. Back to Louisa. Her torture would be called picketing, later referred to as pictoning. It would involve suspending her left wrist from a rope, while her left foot was tied to her right arm, and her right foot rested on a pointed stake. This image is an eyewitness drawing at the time over 200 years ago in 1806. She would be left like this between 20 minutes to an hour during 2 sessions, and was subsequently jailed for 8 months, with iron chains wrapping her body and threats of the hangman. She confessed and was released. Picton had many political enemies, so it didn't take long before word of Louisa's torment first came to prominence, causing a stir from Trinidad to Britain. Picton was arrested in 1803, and his political opponent William Fullerton took Louisa to Britain to give evidence against the numerous charges Picton faced. Despite being a mixed teenage girl and enjoying countless media slander, such as accusing Louisa of seducing Ruiz when she was 11 years old, her voice still carried far, and Picton was found guilty in 1806. However, 2 years later, thanks to his allies supporting his legal funds, he was acquitted after a swift retrial, citing that Louisa was old enough to be tortured legally. We don't know what happened to Louisa since. Picton went on to live until June 1815, where he died during the Battle of Waterloo against Napoleon. Trinidad has 7 streets named after Thomas Picton, from Port of Spain to San Juan to Grande. I couldn't find any info on streets named after Louisa Calderon, so let me know if I'm mistaken, and thanks for watching.